Hello and welcome to the Handicapable Black Woman Throne Room. My view of humanity is a whole new tea. Hi and hello to all of my lovelies, my beauties, my royalties. How are you guys doing? Let's get that petty tea out. This is gonna be a broken heart edition. Cause yeah, I think this is gonna help me be able to heal because I'm done. I'm so done. It's like, yeah, so let's get the boiling, scorching hot tea out. And oh, yeah, if you like it cold, just hold the ice because the ice is a hot mess in these streets, baby. So take that deep breath, let it out. The haters and the people that are trying to tell you what you can and cannot do, deceivers, the people that you can't trust, just people who are trying to mess up your life or get you off path. Yeah. But now I'm wondering, like, I don't know, but yeah, this is a broken heart, so I can be blunt and honest and everything. Because I thought I finally found a guy who motivated me and encouraged me and wanted to hear my voice and didn't act like I was wasting my time. I found one who, when my dad would mention him, my dad would kind of smile. He's like, "Oh, are you going with Mr. Spider today?" Oh, not today, but tomorrow. He's like, oh, tomorrow. Oh, okay, good, good, good. It's like like, I keep wondering what I did wrong, but then it doesn't matter what I did wrong because either way, I did something wrong to the point where, and or he realized that I wasted his time, and or that he didn't really know what love is because, like, while looking at my Facebook page, there's so many people who are getting divorced that I know, and but then with when they're with their first spouse, this is the love of my life. Then I would hear them say, "This is the love of my life," and I'm like, I thought the first wife was the love of your life. So I started researching and I started reading articles and stuff like that. And I'm just like, okay, can you have more than one love of your life? This isn't making sense. And so then I started being more, sympathetic and empathetic about that. So, because at first I thought it was a load of, I was just like, no, there's no way. This is stupid. No. But then while dating Mr. Spider, I was, I thought maybe he was because when I woke up, when I worked on my project, that he would encourage me because I'm just like, oh, tomorrow's date night. Okay, so I'm gonna line this up and do this, and then, like, while I've been trying to figure out my beauty and stuff, like, he would tell me how he would want me to look, but now some of the I don't know, like, it's gonna be a complicated series with that part, but sometimes it was things that my ex wanted, but my ex only wanted because men would not compliment me, and or they wouldn't say I was beautiful, and so then he wouldn't have to ignore me later. So then I don't but then at the same time, like, he wanted me to wear, I won't say provocative, but he wanted me to show more because he would always tell me how I always dressed conservatively, but I was brought up in a very conservative house, and because my mom would sometimes, like, whenever she would buy clothes for my sister and I had to be the one that tried them on because like, I have larger assets or whatever. So, and so then sometimes when I would wear them, my mom's like, "No, you look like a hoe. Go back," or, "Oh no, it's like you're gonna get pregnant and that get go back." And so it's like, if when I went gross when I well, even grocery shopping, my mom's like, "Oh, are you trying to find a man or whatever?" When if she saw that I went to Kroger or whatever, I'm like, "Oh, you think I'm gonna just pick up a man at Kroger? What?" But when I went clothes shopping, my mom was like, "Oh, show me what you got." If I even bought a skirt, "Oh, well, I know what you're doing with this, or I know why you're wearing this, or why you want to wear this." So I got to a point where I just wanted to wear black basic pants, just pants and a top. I said I didn't want to wear anything feminine because my mom always told me I was trying to get pregnant. I was just trying to be a garden hoe. I was just trying to, yeah. So, like, I need therapy in that area because now it's like I'm trying to find my beauty. I'm trying to find what I like or whatever because yeah, there's just so much to that. Because now I'm like, was I ever beautiful? Was I ever pretty? And it's like I did promotional modeling, so part of me I'm just like, well, that industry is very shallow, so I must have at least been decent. But then I look at some of my coworkers, I'm like, okay, never mind. Okay, because I know someone who had a lawsuit, but okay. If any of my promotional model coworkers listen to this, they're gonna know exactly who I'm talking about too. But anyway, anyway, and because and the reason I brought up, oh, I said this story like over a year ago, but this was the guy who literally, I was supposed to work with him, and he decided he was too good to fold shirts and to do the work. So I did the whole job, but then he threatened the company that if he didn't get paid, he was going to sue them or do whatever. So next thing you know, he got paid he wasn't even at the event. He came and he left. He didn't do any of the work, but I did all the work. Literally, I did all it was for the Terrier premiere. It's like, and I met the actor. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna tell that. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna go deeper into that one at a later date. But the actors from Terrier were so sweet. They were some of the nicest guys I've ever met. Down to earth, humble, sweet. And because I remember one of the guys, like when they saw my coworker leaving, he wasn't coming back. And I was still smiling. I was still doing the work. I was still like doing what I need to do. And they were just like, you are just like the most bubbly, like you were so sweet. Like you've been amazing. And like they were complimenting me the entire time. And I was like, no, I'm doing my job. You're good. It's like, and I was like, no, this is for your premiere. I get it. Like, no, it's like the better this goes, that hopefully the more people who will, show up, watch your TV, blah blah blah, whatever. It's like I know the hustle. You're good, and so, but yeah. And well, anyways, okay. To the heartbreak, to the heart. Well, let's just say that. Oh, that was frustrating, but like when I was working on my projects, I was so encouraged by him. And, but I think part of the problem was like, because I know I'm not, because I already know I'm not perfect, but it's like when men tell me about their stresses or what they want to do when they want what they want to fix. I'm a creative person. I like, I have like, okay, I know some people I don't have a doctorate, but I have 3 degrees and like 3 certifications. I Education is everything to me. Being creative, like I'm a creative. I'm a creative, educated woman. So to me, I'm like, and especially if you're my man, oh, I'm like, oh, let's do like I I want to like I've always pictured myself in the type of relationship where it's like Mr. and Mrs. Obama. I've said this in previous episodes, because some people like Mr. and Mrs. Obama are kind of like the classic, slightly traditional relationship because Mrs. Obama always allowed Mr. Obama to be the lead, but at the same time, she was a leader within the family as well. She held things down. She was highly educated. She's capable. She has her own ideas. She has her own projects, and he trusted her to do it. He allowed her to be herself and be a leader too. And some people are like, you can't have two leaders, but it's like, no, 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 no. It's like sh- whenever they like Mr. Obama talked about who to think about him being a president, he would talk about Mrs. Obama and how much she helped him, encouraged him, motivated him. And it's like maybe I do that too much. And I'm not trying to make them be president, trust me. But it's like if I hear you have a problem or whatever, while I'm working on my projects, like sometimes I'm like, oh, since I'm on this website anyways, and I know they're like he's blah 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 whatever, I might as well look this up while I'm doing it. And then I do it, so then I was like, oh, look at this. And or I'm watching a documentary, but then my ex would say how he would want to start his own business, or one of his friends did this and that, and how, but he doesn't know what project or what item to do it on. And then I'm watching something about a need, like this item is a need, and how many people want this, but then they can't find it. So, and so sometimes I'm like, did I scare him off with that? Because, like, that comes from my trauma. And I guess, like, yeah, I need therapy. I'll get on that. But everyone used to tell me, you're not smart enough. You can't do this. You're not capable. You'll never finish. You better not try that. Oh, you think you're going to get a job walking like that? Like, I was always told what I can't do. So, part of my trauma, like, especially like when I started grad school, and my mom would tell me, you're not smart enough. Why in the hell did you do that for? And stuff. Like, I am used to having to use the negativity as fuel to prove people wrong, and to keep going, and to keep moving, and to keep doing, and to keep create. Like, I love creating, but there was some parts where it's just like I had to. And, well, when people were telling me that I can't and everything, the only thing that would help me not get into deep depression was to prove them wrong and to do it. And so in return, like, I try to treat other people like I wish I was treated when I was younger. So I motivate. I thought I was inspiring. I thought I was like, oh no, maybe if you do this, and don't worry, you're smart. Like, because especially there were times where he would tell me, oh, I only have this degree, or I only have this, or I only have that, and I'm like, what are you talking about? What? No, no, no. I was like, no, you have a degree. You finish it. You completed it. No, you have it. And, oh, I'm sorry that I always fall asleep. And I'm like, no, 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 no. You work hard. You have kids. You have all this stuff going on in your life. Why are you apologizing for sleeping? And I was just like, why are you apologizing? I'm never bored. When you go to sleep, what do I do? Take out my projects and I work on them. That's what I do. And sometimes I'm just like, he doesn't even realize. And I guess I have a broken heart with that, because with Mr. No Heart and Mr. Lockakey, oh, Mr. Lockakey, I was thankful when he fell asleep, because at least I knew he wasn't stealing out of my wallet. And I knew he wasn't going to try to put holes in the wall. But while he was sleeping, I was studying. I was applying for different promotional modeling jobs. I was applying for marketing jobs. I was applying for different things, because he, like, when he was awake, why are you doing that? Are you trying to be better than me? Are you trying to be better than me? Why would you do this? No. It's like, oh, why are you applying for that? And then sometimes he would see me applying for a job, and he would try to look to see how much it makes. You got enough education for that? Oh, no. Or, oh, you know I'm going to go to that job interview with you, right? If you get that job interview, I want to go with you. It's like, I got to make sure, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, and so I would make sure, if I did get the job interview, that I didn't mention it to him. And so, like, when my mom would start calling me a liar, I would be like, okay, well, I'm a liar anyway. So, yeah, it's like, so then if I did get the interview, and then he'd ask me, did you get the interview? No, they weren't interested in me. No, I wasn't. Like, but a lot of the time, like, some of the times, yeah, they saw how I walked, and they had no desire for me. But I don't know. I guess I have a broken heart, because, yeah, especially today's Father's Day, and then my, like, yesterday, because, yeah, I recorded an episode yesterday, because it I literally, I stood still. I didn't know what to say to my father, because my father still doesn't know. And I wonder what his reaction is going to be, because I'm going to have to tell him. Because, like my dad trusted this man. Like, he was saying that if I was comfortable, that I could give him a key, so that, like, if I was ever in danger, or anything happened to me, he could just come into this, like, do you know, like, you, like, yeah, you don't know my father, but it's like, if you do, like, my dad grew up through so much racism and so much stuff and so many things, to the point where it's hard for like anyone to be like you do not know the shock of my face when I heard. I was just like, Daddy, like, are you okay? Like, you trust it? Like, I like, yes, he did not talk that much to him, but he trusted him. So, and that's why it hurts so much because I'm like, I finally found a man that I love dearly, and one who, when I worked on projects, he encouraged me because like even with Father's Day dinner, it's like it's gonna be part of my menu, but I was like I wanted to try it out because I wanted two men that I love to enjoy a meal and know that it came from the heart. And so I thought of both of them. I'm like, okay, what would both of them want? What flavors would both of them like? And there's certain flavors that it's because of him. And but I mean, there's the dessert I did not make, but it was going to be a red bean dessert. I was so excited. I was going to order the ingredients, but the website was, I closed the website because the day he broke up with me, I was like, no, because there was a website where I could buy one of the key ingredients or two of the key ingredients for the dessert or whatever. But yeah, I the dinner, yeah, like I did not close that because I spent hours, and that's going to go in the recipe book. And the dessert was going to go in the recipe book, but now, yeah, I just, it just, he won't even tell me what I did wrong. And so this is why it's going to be a broken heart series. And some people are not going to want to listen, and that's fine. That's okay. But other people who are either going through heartbreak or divorce or misunderstanding or miscommunication or whatever, this will show that they're not alone. Because I feel like if I go through this on through my YouTube with my episodes, maybe I can heal because I'm speaking my truth. I'm saying real life stories. I'm talking about the trauma that I've already had and why this hits so hard. And also debating why. It's like, was I too Mrs. Obama with him? Because I don't know why, but he always apologized. And I'm looking at him like, you're the best thing that ever happened to me. He was. And that's why it's like, there's so many reasons. I hate the fact that he said we can be friends in a couple weeks. So I'm not good enough to be your girlfriend. I'm not good enough to be your girlfriend. But now you want me to watch you fall in love with someone else. Like, do you know how much that hurt? And even like I mentioned this in one of the previous episodes, but I love anthropology related like shows. And Don't Lie to Me is one of them because like with one of my anthropology classes, I miss this professor, but body language is so powerful. And I was able to catch Mr. No Heart and Lock a Key in a couple lies. But it didn't like years later because like I noticed it, but I forgot like if you don't use it, you lose it. But there were certain times where things would like they would do something or even the tone of their voice and it's like so I already knew not to expect them. I was like, I don't know. It was but yeah, and that's like I know it takes me so much time to write my books, but there's sometimes where I'm like, okay, I type in, okay, if someone's feeling blah 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 blah, what's the most common types of body language that you would see, either them standing or them sitting, or what would they do with their arms or their fingers, and like what would their eye like. That's how I. And yes, maybe I need to just skip that or whatever, but that yeah, I I want you to picture it. I want it to be like you're reading a film. So, but I I started. I started back on, like, I love Columbo. Columbo's one of my favorite old school. I've watched it for day, like, especially after the breakup. It, I don't know, it cheers me up. So there's been days where after being caught up with politics and the craziness, stupidity, and stuff like that, I watch two or three episodes just to, while I type and work on my projects. I just watch those to help me. But it's like since I've watched so much lately, I was like, okay, I need something new. So I was like, what else is on Tubi? So then I saw Don't Lie to Me. And I remember how Mr. No Heart used to call me a nerd, or he was like, that's a dumb show and all this other stuff or whatever. But then I kind of realized it's probably because he doesn't want me to pick up on all of the many times he has lied to me throughout the relationship. Because even while watching the show, and they like, because he used to do this one thing with the middle finger sometimes or whatever, and I would mention it to him, but he would like just like, I don't know. I think that's an episode three or four, something like that. But he would do that. He would only do that like mid conversation during certain points, and then he would always guard himself too. But with Mr. Spider, when he was breaking up with me, he would not look me in the eye. He looked at the steering wheel the entire time, and he was so still. He was so emotionless. It was just like, let me get her out my life. Let me get her out the way. It's like taking out the trash. That's how I felt, because his body language was just so still. And he was like, you didn't do anything wrong. Oh, and then I'm like, what? So, like, after everything, like, what do you, like, because there was one time where I'm just like, so you want me to, like, you don't want me to cook for you? Like, and he was just like, you could do that for the next guy or something like that. And I just remember, I was like, get me out this car. Like, I wanted to get out the car so badly and just get an Uber. But then I'm just like, I hop out from a man who I thought I knew, who ended up being a stranger, and to get into another stranger's car, to take the heck with that. So yeah, I I don't know if I'll ever know or understand, but he did not move. He was just looking straight at, like, he couldn't look me in the eye. The only time he reacted was when he was like getting me, like, yeah, taking out the trash out the car when he dropped me back home. And I said a comment, and he all of a sudden he got a little teary eyed. He started, like, he cried a little, and I'm like, why in the world are you crying now? You broke up with me. It's like there were times where I was wondering, is he the love of my life? It's like, is he the one? And the thing is, I know I have a disability. He would never have to traditionally marry me. I would never expect that from a man, because I know the issues, and I know, like, there's a 3 to 5 times more chance that a man's gonna divorce and leave the woman if it's the woman that gets sick or gets a disability or whatever, than when the man is sick. A woman will stand by the man at a much extremely higher percentage than if it's the woman who gets sick. It's sad, but it's so true. And I've witnessed it, I've seen it. I've witnessed it and I've seen it. And so for my heart, like, and that's one reason why, like, since my mom said, as long as I walk like that, no one's ever gonna love me, want me, or marry me. It's like, once I got diagnosed, I was like, you know what? She's right. No one is ever going to marry me, because men don't stick around. Men don't stay with women who are damaged. Because so many men have told me I'm damaged goods. So many men told me that I wasn't worth it. And so that's why when this guy's like, after our first date, he made a platform so I can walk into his house. It's like, do you know, like, and also for his car. It's like, do you, like, I was so impressed with him. I was like, I was in, because I'm like, I've never met a selfless man like this in my life. but at the same, like, he always kept apologizing. And so I thought, oh, you know what? He needs encouragement. He needs uplifting. He doesn't know how special he is. He doesn't know how amazing he is. Now I want to say I hate him, but I can't because it's a lie. Maybe one day I'll be able to say it. I can't. I can't because I hate saying that he was the best thing that ever happened to me. I hate that because so easily he said he was thinking about it for 2 weeks, and I'm like, what the crap did I do? I keep trying to think, what did I do? Because, like, he offered to rub my feet. He asked if he wanted to be Facebook official. How do you want to go from Facebook official to breaking up with me? What did I do? What did I say? How to, like, there's a candle that I was going to make that I don't know what I was going to name it yet, but it was going to be in the love collection. And it was from him. I was inspired by him. He doesn't know how much, like, sometimes I'm just like, what did I do wrong? And why, like, it's like now starting to rewatch Lie to Me and, or Don't Lie to Me or stuff like that or whatever. And then remembering how Mr. No Heart would tell me it was a dumb or stupid show or whatever. It's just like, oh, you probably told me it was a dumb show because then I was going to catch you and all your lies and stuff. But then thinking about Mr. Spider and how he was in the vehicle and he, but he won't tell me why. He wants he told me not to block him, but part of me I'm just like, you blocked me from your heart. You blocked me from your emotions. Cause see, that's what upsets me. He he would not say anything. He like and see this is like his pinch of patriarchy. Because I told him we can be friends and he was like, no, you're gonna be my like he was like, no, I want you. I want you to be my girlfriend. But now he breaks up with me. He's like, now we're gonna be friends. But then when he breaks up with me, he gives me no information. But then he tells me not to block him. He tells me, don't block me. We're gonna be friends in a couple weeks. But then he says we're gonna hang out and talk it over. Like, why in the world would I want to talk? Like, especially if you bring another woman, I want you to be happy, but I don't want to see it. If you tricked me for 6 months and just used me until you could find better, like a white, able-bodied woman, let's be real. I was like, and I'm being honest, because like, yeah, yeah, we'll talk about that in another episode. But part of me, I'm just like, you're playing me like a fool, and then you have the nerve to tell me in a couple weeks we're going to be friends. Who the heck do you think you are? He refused to tell me the reason, but now he's saying that I need to unblock him so that what? The thing is, I never blocked him from my phone. I never blocked him from my phone. But he wants me to unblock him on like all of the other, like, no. You blocked me from your heart. You blocked me away from your emotions. You blocked me away from your opinions and everything. And you will not give me answers. But now you want me to bend over for you. You would like when your ex-wife brought another man into the house, instead of fighting, you went to the basement. Instead of so it's like you want me to like no, 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 babe, no, mm-mm, no. And some people might say X doesn't have anything. No, behavior and patterns and cause and effect. No, things have a cause and effect. And no, there's relationships with this. Thank you so much for listening to the Handicapable Black Woman Throne Room. I am a woman, I am of color, and I am handicapable. But most importantly, I am human and you're human too.